The next thing I'm going to talk about is, and this relates to what we're already doing. It very much relates to it. It's the difference between doing and being. And a nice way to describe that, or a simple way to describe that, is doing is when we're in a reflection, the reflection of something. We get caught up in the doing. So in the doing, there's two, and in the being, there's no reflection, there's only one. So I'll explain it to you this way. And I'll do it physically, emotionally, mentally, and I'll talk you through it. If I ignore my physical center, or I don't know about it, and I'm going about my body, living my life, moving as I do, doing all the things I need to do, but my body is not integrated, is not working as one, what happens is that certain parts of my body start to overwork and become dominant, and other parts of my body begin to underwork and they weaken. So it doesn't mean they're weak in power, and let me explain that in a minute. So a lot of times people throw themselves out of balance in their body. So they'll hyperextend the knee joints back. So now I'm passively leaning into my knee joints. It means I lean into my heels. Now, if you're standing right now, I want you to do that. Stop in your sway. I want you to passively lean into your knee joints and then just let your weight go into your heels. Okay? So you're locking joints. That makes your bum stick out. I'm exaggerating so you see. That makes the bum stick out. Very much like Donald Trump. Donald Trump stands like this. If you're ever wondering what this is what he's doing. So, but what happens is that it sticks my bum out. It makes my lower back really tight. My thighs disengage. My pelvic floor, my abdominal wall disengages. Now my body, to stop me from falling over, it tightens the shoulders to try and pull me back. And that tightness of the shoulders makes me stick my chin out, so it makes me compress in the neck. And again, that creates a tension in the neck and shoulders, tension in the lower back, tension in the back of the legs. So that's me locking into my body. But what happens is that some muscles overwork, other muscles underwork. You can come out of that now back into your sway. So that becomes, certain muscles become dominant. So it's like being right-handed, being dominantly right-handed, or the back becomes very dominant. You're doing 100 things in a day with your body. Let's say you got to do 100 things. Your back dominates those 100 things. So of the 100 things, your back is working 80 times, 80% of them. Your back is always working. Where if you bend your knees, as an example, you work your thighs, and your back has to work less. But that's if you're sharing the load. I know everybody. I know there's a lot of logical stuff, but hear me out. So the imbalance is that some of my body is overworking, other parts of my body are underworking, and in that it creates a separation. My shoulders are moving away from my rib cage. My hips are moving away from my spine. My knees are moving away from my feet. So what happens is that it starts to imbalance the muscles, the ligaments. You compress on the joints, and basically we start to collapse. Everything starts to collapse down. But people don't like that. So when you start to collapse, people don't like that. So then what they do is they start to prop. They'll prop themselves up. So they're in this battle between collapsing down and not liking that, and then propping themselves up. And that just perpetuates muscles overworking, other muscles underworking. So now that's two. The body's not working as one, it's working as two. Some are overworking, some are underworking. Now, how do you get the body working as one? Then what we did, center your feet, little soft knee, come into your center, and then come into your center of gravity, and then notice how you feel all your muscles spontaneously moving in your center of gravity, where they spontaneously tone and release, and they do it fluidly. So now all your muscles, joints and ligaments are working as one. Now the more you get into that, and the more you engage that way, you find yourself not always in the doing of your body, but you find yourself in the being of your body. So noticing that spontaneous sway, as your muscles are spontaneously toning and releasing, you can be in that. You can be in the oneness of that. You're letting yourself be in that. You're not controlling. You're just being. Everybody get that? And the more you come into the being in your body, then you got to go about your day and you got to do all the things that you got to do with your body. But if you do it from a place of being, now you're in the oneness of your body, and then you're going to live the everyday life in the doing of what you need to do, but it's coming from a place of oneness. So therefore you're grounded, less tension, way less tension. You got that beautiful rise up through. That gives you tone, it gives you mobility in the joints, and then it gives you flexibility in your body. So that allows you to be adaptable. So your body is far more adaptable in your day. Basically, you got a lot more energy. Okay, it's wonderful. But you're in the being of it.